This episode has been brought to you by the Afterlight Institute. The Afterlight Institute is a community of teachers and students seeking to expand their spiritual gifts and their inner wisdom on the road to illuminating their forgotten selves. Offering online courses, in-person retreats, live events, online expositions, and more, the Afterlight Institute is a safe and inclusive space for all. To learn more, head to theafterlightinstitute.com.
Hello, how's it going? Lauren Grace here. Welcome. I am repping the Afterlight Institute today because the beautiful Elsea Lake is unavailable. So it's just going to be me and you and a whole hour of spirit as well. So welcome, settle in. Thank you so much for being here. I got to say, I don't know why, if it's your energy or something, but I am feeling very excited. I'm feeling like stuff's about to go down. So welcome to the show. I'm Lauren Grace. I'm a evidential medium and a seer, and I'm the co-founder of the fabulous The Afterlight Institute. So thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to book a reading with myself or you'd like to book one with Elsea, all you have to do is head to the comment section or the notes section, the post section, however you want to call it. And we've left our contact information there. And also, if you would like to download our free mini manual for magical manifestation, it's a little guide that we've put together to help you to manifest even better than you already are. Then I really encourage you to go ahead and download that for free. And you sign up for our newsletter, and then we send you lots of value and let you know about cool things we've got going on. So all right, it's all happening here. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the post. Thank you for your support. I'm actually going to start this session today the way that I normally start my sessions on Mondays at the same time, just because Elsie's not here. So I just figured, why don't I just do something a little bit different for the Institute? So what I'd like you to do is I want you to just settle in wherever you are. And I want you to just take a breath, close your eyes, feel your sit bones on your chair. If you feel called to, I just want you to put your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your left hand. And we're just going to take 3 cleansing breaths in together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's get started now. In through the nose and out through the mouth, and in through the nose and out through the mouth, and one more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just keeping your eyes closed. And if you want to say yes to any of the affirmations that I'm going to say, just do so in your head or aloud. I am enough. I am abundant. I am perfectly healthy. I am safe. I am worth loving. I am good enough. I am peaceful. I am. It's done. All let's get going. I feel like I've got, I don't know, Pink's Let Get the Party Started anthem in my head or something like that. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to please leave comments. Let me know your questions. I'm an evidential medium as well, so if spirit comes through, then I'll relay some messages. One of my last readings, we had a dog come through. This sometimes happens. We've had star beings come through, angels, fairies, and of course, our passed over loved ones who always like to show up. So welcome to the show. Let's get the party going. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to go with Ann Anderson, who said she would love a reading. Hi, Ann. Welcome to the show, my sister. I'm just going to put a little banner on there. There we go. Yeah. All right. We'll go with that one. That's cool. Okay, Ann. So I'm going to go with you. And I actually chose a different deck today, which now I'm thinking, is this the deck I actually want? But yeah, I'm going to roll with this deck for a minute. So let's just see what we've got cooking up for you here, Anne. And again, if you are online, please do let me know. And of course, please continue to comment because I always try to prioritize people who are here so we can get that validation and also we can have a little bit of a conversation as well. Okay, Anne, so what do I have going on for you here? Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I'm using these. I'm actually not going to use them the whole time today, but I wanted to start off with the water temple cards. And I feel like that was really important for you because these cards are really a lot about divine feminine energy. They're a lot about connecting with our emotion and with our intuition. And a big thing that's coming up for you at the moment is a lot about nourishment. Okay, so I want you to start to reflect on the things that you've been doing in terms of self-care. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, kind of nervous energy in relation to you. So I'm not sure if you've been doing anything to ground yourself a little bit lately, or how things are going, but I'm feeling like kind of a little bit on edge, a little bit on the edge of your seat. I feel that nervous energy. So if you're feeling that right now, what I want you to do is I want you to lift your toes and put them back down. And you at home, if you're watching, you can do this as well. Lift your toes and put them back down. Beautiful. One more time. Now, I always find, because I tend to be somebody who's quite in my head quite a bit, that when I lift my toes and I put them back down, it really assists me in grounding. And what we want to do is we want to be connected with above and below, okay? A friend of mine, she likes to talk about it as soil and stars. And I love that idea. And so when you can lift your toes and put them back down, it really allows you to be here and arrive in the moment. So your main theme is all about nourishment, okay? And we've got this beautiful card here, and it's all about taking the time out that you need to actually give back to yourself. Especially I find as women, and I'm not to say that men don't do this, but I think that women do it a lot and all the time, is that we tend to give and give and give to other people, and we sometimes forget to fill up our own cups, right? And when we give all the time, we tend to run it empty. So it's really about what can you do to fill up your own cup at the moment. Now, at the moment, what we've got going on for you as well is a little bit of a shift, okay? So I feel like you're going through a bit of a transition as well, which is why the nourishment is so important for you. But I feel like there's a bit of a rebirth that's sort of happening for you as well. And we can see this reflected in this beautiful goddess Kapatsati card here. And, she's obviously in the water. She is, connecting, and it's almost like she's giving a rebirth to herself. I love all the paint here that's coming out on her face, all the decoration, and it's really sort of an emergence. And because there's also sort of a snake skin or dragon skin here happening, this for me is a lot about shedding, and then it's a lot about breaking into and coming into your own. So I'd be really interested to know whether or not, you're resonating with that, whether or not you're at the period of doing a little bit of a transition. And I want you to be really careful, because sometimes what happens when we transition is we are emotional, we're more sensitive, and sometimes we forget that. So I want to be, you to remember that, to be compassionate with yourself, to be gentle with yourself, and to just remember that, things are really happening at the right time. So it's about just nurturing the transition. And then finally, I want you to start to focus on the spark that's within you. I want you to start to think about, what are the things that light me up? What are the things that make me get out of bed in the morning? What are the things that set my soul alight? Can I incorporate and do a little bit more of that? Maybe have a little bit more fun. Maybe you can really tap into a little bit more of that inner child energy, that innocence, that ability to open up to possibilities. So I really am excited for you in this time of awakening. So I want you to really acknowledge or nurture yourself, get ready for the next phase, and remember to have a little bit of fun with it as well, okay? All right, Anne, I hope that was helpful for you. And we're going to move to the next person. Lots of comments today. Thank you so much, you guys. Please keep continuing to comment. And I will do my best to really serve absolutely everybody as much as I can here. Okay. So the next person I'm going to go with is Rihanna Louise. And Rihanna, thank you so much. Anything comes through for me, I would love to hear from a loved one. Okay, I'll definitely see if anybody pokes their head in. Definitely feeling a little bit of throat stuff with you right away. Okay. Number one, I'm really feeling like I need to get a drink. So it could be that there's a little bit of dehydration that's sort of going on for you at the moment. However, I want to just sort of acknowledge that when I get anything to do with the throat, it's very often that, I've been maybe oversharing, over speaking, maybe saying too many things, or I haven't been communicating enough. Now, for some reason, I feel just like a little bit of a rawness here. That's really giving me the indication of maybe sharing too many things with maybe not the people who are uplifting you and supporting you. Okay. So I'm interested in seeing whether or not you resonate with that message. The other thing, Rihanna, sometimes when we're tapping into the communication center here, it's all about being impeccable with our word as well. And it's about being really aware that our words are really shaping and shifting the way that we're able to proceed it and move forward in life. Okay. One of the things that I want to encourage you to do is also to start looking at the way that you're speaking about yourself. Sometimes we get in these habits where we start to say things about ourselves like, oh, I'm so stupid, or oh, I'm not very good at that. I remember I worked with a woman one time and she told me, oh, Lauren, I always make the dumbest decisions. I said, girl, don't say that. She goes, no, it's true. And I thought, okay, if that's your truth, but just remember that when we say things about ourselves, we're really kind of cementing those thoughts for ourselves. So I really want to encourage you to just be really aware and just remember there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You're doing the absolute best you can. And that's a big thing, is that I don't think we give ourselves enough of a break, honestly. I think sometimes we're just really hard on ourselves. We say things to ourselves that we would never, ever say to another person. And we're just doing the best we can. I think it was Maya Angelou who talked about how, we operate at the level of consciousness that we're at, or that, when we know better, we do better. And that's really important for us to just remember that, give ourselves a break. Okay. So I'm just giving you permission to do that. And I want you to start to pay attention to when you're not being nice to yourself. And if you can, just stop that, or go, girl, I'm doing the best I can, almost have like a two-way conversation with yourself. Okay. All right. So let's see what card we come through. I do kind of feel like there's someone coming through here. Can you just step a little bit closer so I can get a little bit of a better view? I do want to talk about an older woman here. Whew, I'm getting like some real energy. Okay, let me just tell you a little bit about what she looks like. You just get a little, it's like a grandmother energy for me. She comes through. I feel like she's got sort of tan skin. I feel like she's got glasses as well. I feel like her hair is darker and it's short. She's kind of like small to medium height. She strikes me as being sort of like, gives the best hugs. She's a little bit well-rounded, shall we say. I feel like she's got really strong hands, so always in the kitchen. I feel like she really resonates as well with being outdoors, with being really active. So can you come a little bit closer? I just want to place you. Can you just stand behind Rihanna so I can just sort of see what I would want to put her at, like the mother's side of the family as well. That's really how she's striking me, is coming through like that. Okay. And I'm just seeing whether or not she's got some things. It's almost like I want to talk a little bit in like another language for some reason. So it's as though she's saying, it's like she wants to say really endearing and really nice things to you, but almost in like another language for whatever reason. So I don't know what language it's like, maybe Spanish or something like that. I don't know. If you could let me know if this is resonating with me. But one of the things that she's really talking about here is just like, yeah, it's like she wants you to soothe. It's like she wants to soothe you. It's like she wants to give you a cup of tea and like hold you. And I'm feeling a lot of emotion and connecting with that part of her, with that energy. Like, it's just overwhelming how much love she has for you. I just feel like she thinks you've been doing it really tough and you're not very nice to yourself. Okay, I get that. So it's like I want to talk about a teddy bear. Do you have a teddy bear, or can you get a teddy bear or something like that? Okay, you're saying right now that you're not so sure about the Spanish. It's interesting. It's kind of like, maybe it's just a strong accent that I can't really understand, but it seems to me like it's like a nursery rhyme, or like some kind of or like some kind of incantation, or some really nurturing sort of message. So it'd be really interesting for you if you can actually place this woman for me, because I would want to put her at the mother side of the family. The thing too is that if you don't know her, it could be from a grandmother level or like a higher level. So if you just want to let me know if this isn't connecting, it would be really interesting to see whether or not in your heritage you can connect with this. But there's definitely this strong woman. She's definitely saying things quietly and like in a really, really soothing way. I would really feel from her that there's some ethnicity kind of going on there. So I would love to know, maybe this is also something you could think about a little bit later as well. I believe it's my dad's grandma who is really close to. Okay, well, we can see what else sort of comes up if we can get any more. Unfortunately, I'm doing power readings today, so I don't have a lot of time to spend too much time really placing her. So it's more really about the message to just let you know that, you're really doing the best you can, which is basically what I was talking about before, but I feel like she's really wanting to reinforce this as well. Okay. I really want to talk about a teddy bear. Do you have a teddy bear? Is there like a brown teddy bear that that there's significance here? Did she have one on her bed? There's some kind of a teddy bear reference. So if you could let me know if there's something there for you. I'm also going to pull a card and then I'm going to move forward with somebody else, if that's all right. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the comments and all the questions. I know so many people are struggling at the moment. I'm really going to do the best I can. I'll also pull a couple of cards every now and again for the group, okay? I think that might be good. All right, let me see, Rihanna. Pull one more card for you. I'll pull two more. I'll pull three more cards for you. Okay, number one, I want to talk about how sometimes when we're working towards a goal, we want to sometimes be independent and like do it our own way. However, everyone's gone before. So I want you to think about the goals and the things you want to achieve, and I want you to do them by the book. I want you to start to look out for mentors and people that have gone before you, and I want to see whether or not you can recreate, you know, that kind of a same thing, okay? It's important that you think about whether or not, oh, okay, am I doing this the most intelligent way, or is there a faster way? Is there another way that I can circumnavigate this, okay? The other thing too that we're getting a card is we're getting reference to a relationship here that wasn't very good. We're getting a relationship to like a message to, when I'm talking 1,000 miles an hour, sometimes you need to take a minute. Okay, we're getting the mending card here. So I feel like there was a situation or relationship that had a difficult time, that had maybe a breakdown. There was some situation that was happening, but I want to talk to you about mending that relationship. I wanted to talk to you about the importance of mending that relationship. Now, obviously you have free will. If you don't feel this is something you want to do, that's totally up to you. But is it a sisterhood? Is it a close friend relationship? Is there a relationship that there was a problem and there's a breakdown, and it's about bringing those two together and coming back together again, okay? And finally, again, I'm getting that throat thing. So I feel like in relation to the mending thing here, that's a lot about communication with that other person. I really want to encourage you to say those things that you need to say, okay? And then finally, want to encourage you to remember to ask for help. So this is the leg up card. You don't need to do everything by yourself. You know, I feel like you're really strong-willed. You're really independent. You've got a lot of gusto, shall we say, but you don't have to do everything on your own. So that's why when you look at it by the book, you can see other people who have gone before you who might know a faster way of doing things. And it's okay to ask for support and ask for help. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if this woman comes through to you. I saw you mention the porcelain dolls. I don't see a porcelain doll. I do see a teddy bear. It's a brown teddy bear. It's quite large. Sometimes these things also come clearly a little bit later. So if you do find that you get some of that, can you please send me a DM? I would absolutely love to know. And you said that you've pretty much related to all that I've said. Okay, awesome. Sending you a lot of support. Okay, thank you. All right, who's next, y'all? And thank you to you, ma'am, for being here. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, who do we got? A lot of comments today, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you so much for your support, for everybody being here. Jane, I'm going to do a little reading for you. And then after Jane, I'm going to do a group reading, just one card for everyone, and then I'll keep on going. It's really important, though, that we think about, you know, the fact that when I'm choosing people to read for, Spirit tells me, I just kind of look and it's almost as though that person's name lights up and I go, ding, that person. And, you know, Spirit always has me read for people that are going to serve the most people. So there's always going to be value. There's always going to be support to be found within a reading for anybody else as well. So I just want you to remember that, okay? Hey, Candace, hey, sister, welcome. Welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And Margaret, I hear you, sister. So I'll do a card reading for the group after this as well. Okay, Jane. Jane's like, girl, are we talking about me? Yes, we are. Here we go. Can you let me know if you're on, Jane? All right. So I am using the Beautiful Wisdom of the Oracle deck, which is a Colette Baron Reed deck. Love this deck. This is such a goodie. If you like beautiful, beautiful cards, beautiful imagery. Okay, Jane. Oh, you're there. Wonderful. Thank you, my girl. All right. Ooh, beauty. Ooh. Interesting. Love that. Okay. Okay. Jane, listen up. You ready? Number one, it's really important that as we navigate through life, that we remember that not everything is for us. Okay. Sometimes what we think we want isn't actually for the highest good of us and everybody in concern. So one of the things that I often do when I'm manifesting or I'm putting out my orders to the universe and I'm putting my intentions out to the universe is I say things like, this or something better, or for the highest good of all concerned, for the highest good of all concerned, this or something better. Okay. I want you to start to pay attention to the things that feel good to you versus the things that actually don't feel good to you. What I get that. Thank you. Okay. We want to talk about claircognizance with you. Very good. I get that. So I just have like spirit. They just like keep, and it's like really difficult sometimes to talk. Okay. So claircognizance is a psychic ability where basically you just know stuff. It's as though things just drop in and we just know truth. Okay. We know that's good. That's not. That's for me. That's not. Want to go there? Shouldn't go there. We have this kind of clear knowing that you don't really understand how it's coming through. It's just working for you and it's coming through so strongly. And one of the things that I feel is that you have that. However, I think where you get caught up sometimes is your need to justify. So sometimes what happens is that you may get information that comes through where you just know, you just have this intuition about it. You just go, that's not right for me, or that is right for me. And that's really important that you start listening to that because it's a gift. Okay. With claircognizance, it's also difficult sometimes because you really have to trust yourself so much. And our mind likes to talk us out of things. When I do mediumship, for example, and also psychic readings, it's as though I have two split minds. I've got this mind over here that's like channeling information from spirit, blah, 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 blah. And then I've got this mind over here that's like going, girl, that doesn't make any sense. It probably means this, wanting to tell a story all the time. So sometimes there's like this conflict between the two minds. So with claircognizance, it's a lot about letting this mind talk, spirit mind talk, intuition mind talk, and just trusting the process. One of the things that's really important for you is that you just pay attention to the things that are not for you. Okay. This is often can be a balancing act. It can often be you really paying attention to, whether or not these decisions and the things that you're making are taking you towards the person that you want to be or away from it. Okay. One thing that they want to remind you is that what's meant for you will not pass you by. One of my favorite cards in the deck. It's the Fates card. And this for me is always an indication that we really are divinely taken care of by spirit, that spirit's taking care of us, that we've got our back, that as long as we know where we're trying to go, that spirit will always guide us there, and they're guiding you through your emotions. Okay. It's important that we remember, okay, let's pretend you make a decision and it turns out that it wasn't the best one. It's okay. Spirit's always trying to redirect you through your emotions, through your claircognizance as well, to really help guide you along in a gentle way. So just remember, what is meant for you will not pass you by. Okay. Now, two quick things. I want you to start to pay attention to doing things kind of by the book. I feel like there may be a little bit of chaos and some conflict that's kind of going on at the moment, or, maybe that's kind of like around you, surrounding you. And if it's possible, I want you to see whether or not you can do things in an orderly fashion. Okay. So it could be that there's some kind of like a court situation or some kind of a drama that's sort of happening. See if you can kind of rise above. I get that. Rise above, look at it a little bit more objectively and see whether or not you can do things in an organized fashion to kind of get rid of all the emotional stuff and just stick to the logic, stick to the basic sort of things here, and trust your inner knowing, trust your gut. Okay. All right, Jane, I hope that was helpful for you. I'd love to know if that resonated with you. I just want you to start to pay attention to, avoiding chaos and conflict whenever possible. Remember, you have a choice whether or not to get involved in stuff. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a card for the group now, and then we'll move on with another reading. Thank you all so much for being here. Just around 30 people watching across all our channels. Thank you. And my name's Lauren Grace. I'm the owner-operator of Lauren Grace Inspirations, and I'm also the co-founder of the Afterlight Institute. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, then I've got all my contacts in the post content. And can you imagine what we could do for an hour just talking about you, just talking about, your inner guidance? Come on now, let's do it. An hour. I also offer 30-minute readings, and I also offer channeled readings. So I actually offer audio channel readings where I just channel and send you the audio, and also channel. And I write things down and I send you the transcription as well, including all the cards I use and all that kind of stuff. So everything can be found on my website. And Jane, you're saying that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, my sister. You're so, so welcome. Okay. So this is a card for the general public. The general public, you watching at home. And if you're watching right now, then this is for you. Okay, drum roll, please. Okay, and this is the It's Time to Go card. So this is number 45, and 4 + 5 is the 9, and 5 is the end of cycle. 4 plus 5 is a 9, and 9 for me is the end of a cycle. It's like the culmination of things. So when I see this as a time to go, what I really feel this is, it's a card that's sort of asking us whether or not we're heading in the right direction for our own inner truth, for our own inner purpose. You know, when you wake up and you think to yourself, you know, I know what it is I'm meant to do. When you're in alignment with something and everything is flowing and you're just feeling excited and life is good and your emotions are high and you're feeling happy, that's when you're in flow with life. If you're not feeling like that, then something's got to shift. You have to find out more information. You need to pivot. You need to try something new. So when we get the time to go card, I really feel like it's time to try something new. It's time to either go somewhere new. It's time to maybe experiment with something different, maybe creatively. I always like to encourage people to tap into their inner child, to remember and remind themselves of the things that they used to do as an inner child that really set their soul on fire, that really got them creative and really made them feel excited and happy. If things are not working for you right now, I want you to remember that you're in control. You have free will. And if you just ask for some support from your spirit guides, from your angels, that they really can help you to carve out a new path and a new future for yourself. So I get that. Thank you. So one of the things they're telling me to remind you is that you don't have to do everything right now, that you can just do one small thing at a time. And Kathy Miledio Blatty just said that she feels stuck at the moment and what to do. What you do is, if you feel stuck, all you do is you start to think about, how can I have some more fun right now? What can I do right now to sort of, you know, bring in a little bit of something new in my life? You know, instead of going left when I'm driving to work, maybe I'll go right and take a longer road. Maybe I'll take a lunch break at a new location. Maybe I'll try a different kind of a drink. Maybe I'll listen to new music. Maybe I won't listen to anything at all. Maybe I'll take a complete hiatus from my phone for an hour. Maybe I'll take a complete hiatus from my phone for a day. Maybe I will, you know, try a new hairstyle. Maybe I'll try something new fashion wise. You know, it's all about just bringing in new things and creating a new spice. You know, bringing in a little bit of spice up your life, you know, like the Spice Girls, spice up your life. So it's about looking at, why are you doing the same things? How are you doing the same things? What's motivating you? And then can you shift things around? Can you do something just a little bit different? So that's a really great way of getting started with when you're feeling a little bit stuck. And I wanted to mention that question because, thank you for asking it, my girl, because I know a lot of people on here are feeling that way. Okay, so I'm going to choose a reading now for somebody else. So if you are on, please continue to comment. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing. Thank you so much for all your support. I'm just going to have a quick drink of water. And if you could, it's like the biggest drink in the world with like this is actually one lemon, which you would never guess. We grew it on our own tree. It's amazing. Okay. Okay, so who to read for, Spirit? You're welcome, Carrie. Thank you for thanking me. Jamie Griswold, where did you go? Here we go. Okay, Jamie, I'm going to do you a little reading. Jamie, I don't know if you're a dancer, but I really feel like the minute I connected with you, like I wanted to go boom, do 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 boom, do 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 boom, do 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 some kind of beat. There's like this really cool beat. Like I want to get a drum and I want to dance around and I just want to move my hips and feel grounded on the earth, and I want to connect with the elements, and I want to open my arms like this, and I want to lift my head up to Mother Earth, up to Mother Sky, and down to Mother Earth, and just feel that energy. I feel like there's like this beautiful pulsing energy about you. There's like this movement that you got. I feel like you got this wise wisdom within yourself. I really just can't even contain. I know when this happens, I know I apologize to everyone, but I really just feel so much energy when I'm connecting with you. Okay, this deck is definitely not right for you at all. I feel like I'll go with the Shaman deck. I don't know if you've done any work with shamanism before, but I really feel like that is a really, really good avenue for you. And actually, while I'm on here, just because it's just going to take me 1 second to do, I'm going to link you to, I'm the host of the Afterlight podcast. We've got new episodes that go live every single Thursday. Well, multiple times in the week. But I just put out a new episode today, and it's all about shamanism. I'm just going to put it here, a new episode. And I just linked it in the comments, y'all. So if you want to check it out, Jamie, I really feel like there might be something for you here. Okay, let me see what I got for you. If you could also let me know if you love music, but you can't dance. I don't know if you can. I think you can. Okay, why don't you keep your question in your head for a minute or post it if you haven't already. And I'm going to pull a card for you and we'll see what the answer is. Let's just see what we got. It's almost like when I'm connecting with your energy, it's like this, you have this undercurrent connection with Mother Earth. It's as though if you took the time, you could feel the pulse of Mother Earth. There's there's all these grids running under, there's a name for them, I'm just escaping me right now, ley lines. There's all these ley lines happening underneath the soil, and some people can actually feel them. And I feel like that's you. If you wanted that, you can actually tap into that. So I really want you to just, even if you just write that down, ley lines, ? On my podcast, I've got other episodes about ley lines and earth grids and things like that. But there's definitely something for you. Okay, so it seems to me like your question is in relation to being hurt by a relationship or a person, and you're wondering whether or not they will regret that. I don't know. I can't tell you because that person, who knows. But what I will say right now, because I don't feel like I want to tap into that at the moment. I feel like for you, it's about what you can do to nurture yourself, what you can do to support yourself. I feel like there's a really big message for you here. And I know that at the moment you're probably, you're hurting and you're going through something, and I totally get that. But I feel like you really need to listen to the fact that there's something bigger than that right now. Just write it down even, okay? If you don't want to do anything for it, okay? At the moment, you can only be responsible for your own energy and not worrying about, how people will or will not feel. What life is about, I think, is about really learning our own responsibility, our own actions, really about our own selves. And when we can get our own selves right, when we can work on our own selves, look at the card, it's beloved radical acceptance. When we can accept things as they are, then we start to grow in confidence for ourselves. Then we start to shine so bright. And then believe me, people look at you and go, wow, what are you doing? What is it about you? And you're like, well, I'm just building myself up. I'm talking to myself nicely. I'm doing self-care. I'm eating well. I'm taking care of my body. I'm making myself a priority. And now everybody can see that. And that's really something that everybody would want to be involved in, and everybody would, want to be hanging around. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Okay, so this is the Netcaster card, and this is card number 42, and 4 + 2 is 6, and 6 is all about, learning to see clearly. Okay, now this card is a lot about you starting to pay attention to, what to attract, and then starting to put out those intentions. Remember, when you focus on things that are lower energy, when you focus on things that don't really feel good, I can feel a bit of anxiety with your energy. When you focus on things like, he said or she said, or are they gonna, regret that, or blah, blah, that just seems to me like it's tit for tat, or it's throwing shade. You don't want to throw shade. You just want to let the past be. Move on if you can. Take the time that you need to grieve and heal. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I want you to start to think about, how can I up-level myself? How can I lift myself? How can I support myself? How can I be kind to myself? And when I'm feeling good, okay, what is it that I want from my life? What is it that I want from a relationship? What is it that I want from a job? What is it that I want from a living situation? Start to think about the things that you want at a core level. Okay, the things that are going to lift you up, that are going to fill your heart, that are going to make you feel joyful. Start to focus on those things. Start to focus on gratitude. Start to focus on all the appreciation and the abundance that you currently have, and you're going to be attracting even more of it. All right, so I hope that was helpful for you, Jamie. Thank you so much. Who's next? I just got to do a little zingy zing cleanse here, or not cleanse, but like a reconnect. Okay, what do I got here? Kathleen Connor. I don't think I've read for you. I'm not sure. Kathleen Connor. Let me see what we got. When I'm connecting with your energy, I feel a lot of emotion. I feel sad, actually. Just trying to find the right deck for you. Okay. I get that. Okay. So Kathleen, one of the things they want me to talk about is they want me to talk about cycles. Okay. And one of the things that I think that we forget is that, you know, and I've talked about it when I've done readings before, so forgive me if anybody's heard this before, but one of the things that I think that we forget is that we go through cycles. Okay. We go through cycles when we're on, when we're on fire, when we're excited. We go through cycles when we're sad, when we're contemplating, when we're wanting to hibernate and be quiet from the world, when we're wanting to put our blanket over our head and just sleep it off. We go through cycles when we want to be seen and we feel beautiful and we want to shout out to the world about how happy we are. So it's important that we honor the different cycles that we go through. And I think that sometimes when we go through cycles, when we're not maybe as excitable or we're not feeling as much as we have in other times, that, you know, we get confused about that. Like we think, oh, there's something wrong with me, or, you know, what's going on here? And it's as though we don't want to accept where we are at. And I just want to kind of just say to you that one of the things that I learned in the last year is that it's okay to go through cycles and to experience different stages. Because if we were on all the time, then we wouldn't have any opportunity for introspection. We wouldn't have any opportunity for reflection. We wouldn't have any opportunity for nurturing, for going within and rejuvenating. And I think that we don't spend enough effort, you know, in general in life, honoring people's cycles. And what's important too is that your cycle might be different from mine. Okay. I might be in, let's say, a summer season where like things are going off for me. You know, I'm making money. I've got all these clients coming in. Everything is awesome. And you may be feeling like, what? I don't feel like that at all. Things aren't working well. I'm tired. I just feel like not myself. I feel down. That's fine, because you're in a winter and I'm in a summer. And sometimes, and believe me, this past year I was in a winter I felt for a while, and it took me a while to get out of it. Okay. So we all go through these cycles. It's about honoring where we're at and accepting where we're at. And I'm not saying accepting in terms of that you have to be happy about it, but just accept that, hey, you know, I don't really feel myself right now. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to just be where I am. And I'm just going to take a little bit of time to just rest and rejuvenate and listen and honor where my body is. So I'm going to pull a card for you based on the Queen of the Moon Oracle, because I really think that this is significant for you. And I'd love to know if you're resonating with this, if this works for you. All right. If you could let me know too if you're on, Kathleen. I'm not sure if you got that. All right, let's see what we got here. Hoping to fit in quite a few more readings as well before I end off today. Again, my name is Lauren Grace. Thank you so much for being here on the show. All right, what do we got for you? Okay. Yes. Yes. It does resonate. Very good, my girl. I got the most beautiful cards for you, my sister. Oh my God. I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited. Number one, this Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, y'all, is so beautiful. Well, I find the artwork to be extraordinarily beautiful. I will just say that. I don't read the book because I just read from spirit, but the cards itself. Okay, I got to make this quick, Kathleen, because I already talked a lot for you. So I just want to say the major theme for you at the moment is focus. Now we can see this woman here. Sorry, my ring light's on, and she's really focusing about the things that are important to her. Now she's encapsulated in a water bubble, and we've got that beautiful butterfly that's up here, which is always significant of transformation. Now we see the butterfly here is in the third eye. So I feel like this is a lot about you seeing clearly. You seeing clearly, potentially you're clairvoyant, but it's also about you really being clear on the things that matter to you, the things that are important. And I want you to laser focus on the things that are important to you and let the other stuff go. It's about having trust. It's about, we can see here she's in an egg here. It's like she's growing, she's allowing her ideas to incubate, she's hibernating, she's taking some time out, she's allowing things to unfurl the way that they will and when they're supposed to. It's like spirit is looking after her, and when the time is ready, then she'll be able to hatch and move forward. So this really goes into the whole idea of what I was talking about before, which is that you're in a hibernation and sort of in a winter period. Now, one of the things that's really important to focus on is gratitude. I want you to start to pay attention to all the things that you are grateful for. If you can start a gratitude journal and write down 3 to 5 things every night, that would be wonderful. If you can do that in the morning, that would be wonderful. It's really a lot about starting to gear you up, starting to use your energy to focus on the things that matter to you, to focus on the things that feel good to you, and to, allow the other things that aren't in line with that to just drop away and fall away. And finally, your future card is this queen card, and this is the sovereignty card, and it's just remembering that you are an independent soul, that you have free will, that you are strong, that you are resilient, that you are courageous, and that you don't have to do things alone. Okay, your spirit guides and your angels are there to help you. They can't intervene without your help, so it's okay for you to say, can you please help me? Can you show me the way? Can you show me a new idea? Can you give me some inspiration? Can you give me a little bit of energy? I see that. I've got to go. I'm going to read for someone else, but I want to tell you one thing. If you are feeling like you're having a difficult time getting moving, then bringing in some fire element would be really good. Lighting a candle, wearing red, eating spicy foods, things like that. That would be absolutely fantastic. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful for you, Kathleen. Thank you so much for spending the time with me and for sharing your energy with me today. Thank you. Wishing you all the best. Okay, who we got? If you're a first timer, please do let me know as well. That would be just wonderful. Okay. Kaylee, I'm going to read for you. Kaylee, let's see what we got. Kaylee, I don't know if you're into birds at all, but I feel like I want to talk about a budgie, like a little yellow bird. So if you could let me know, that's pretty random. You could let me know if that makes sense for you. But the minute I connected with your energy, that really made me feel, oh, I get that. Okay. One of the things that I often see, normally for me, it's a blue bird, but I am going to present this idea out there anyway. When it's a little yellow bird, it's a budgie for me. It's like a small little bird. That often is a tell for me about spirit connection, but it's often a tell for me as well about birth, like an actual birth of a baby, or you have a white corella at home. Okay, so maybe there's like a bird. Okay, we have a bird. You're a bird lover, so that's interesting. Now, this one for me, I really feel like it's like a fertility thing, like a new birth or something like that. I feel like there's a new beginning, a new birth, I keep going back to the new birth thing. So if you could let me know if that makes sense for you. I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you as well. And you did say that you have a white corella at home. Is corella a car, corella, or a bird? I think it's probably a bird if you're talking about. I'm not a bird. I'm actually afraid of birds. So I'm working on that though. I should change that. I'm improving my relationship with birds every day. Okay, I'm going to do that. All right, Kaylee, let's see what card we got for you. But if you're wanting a baby, I feel like that's a really good omen. But let's see what the cards say as well. Or there could be a pregnancy or something like that happening around you. Okay, of course. Okay, so the card here is this. Sally Ann Jackson has a fear of birds too. Yeah, I feel ya. Okay, so the flower moon here is your overarching card, and this is the blossoming card. And I find it funny that we've got blossoming when I was just talking about pregnancy and fertility. So I definitely want you to keep that, in mind if you're not wanting that, to just kind of be aware. But this is really a lot about you blossoming and you really coming into your own. I feel like there's a lot of femininity. I feel like there's a lot of almost like regal, it's as though you've been promoted in a way, that you're really stepping in. So I guess it makes sense that you feel like you're on the edge of something new to happen. Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of, there's an incubation or there's a phase. I'd be interested in knowing your age, because if you're around 28, 29, then that's often when the Saturn returns. And that's, a really significant thing for a lot of people when they really make a lot of changes, when they really go through some major shifts and stuff like that. It's a really interesting astrological thing. Now, the big messages for you here is really a lot about you taking some time to nourish yourself. Again, we've got the healthy eating, we've got the clean eating, we've got, paying attention to the things that you're filling into your body. One of the things that I think is happening for you, which may be a little bit of a challenge, and I want you to kind of pay attention and look for this, is this resistance here. Sometimes we get a little bit of a resistance with the way things are going. And we can see here that there's like a hand here that's kind of like clenched, resisting, that we can see all of these little trees that are growing out. Okay. And it's almost as though there's all these things that really want to blossom and want to grow. But at the moment, I feel like you're kind of resisting these changes. So I want you to have a look in your life where you're going, where am I resisting something? Where am I resisting? Where am I saying no when I could be saying yes? Now, I'm the type of person that I really like to control stuff. I'm an Aries, so I tend to be really bossy and I really like things my way, which is not always great. Honestly, it's great for some things, but for other things, it's difficult because it means that sometimes spirit has a hard time kind of leading me along because I'm headstrong, right? So I want you to start to pay attention to where is it that you can say yes to something instead of saying no? Where is it that you have a bit of resistance? Can you go with the flow a little bit more? Where is it that maybe when somebody presents an idea to you, you can actually consider and go, you know what? Maybe I will do that as opposed to saying no right away. So I want you to start to look for that. And then I want you to know that coming up for you and really like what you're kind of working towards and what I feel like you're in line with at the moment is a lot of abundance. And remember, abundance is not always money. Abundance can be connection with spirit, ideas, creativity, new friends, community. So it's a lot about looking at maybe what is abundance for you. If you're looking for something new, I was talking to somebody earlier about this. Can you integrate and try some new ideas? Can you try a new hobby? Can you try new kinds of food? Can you try a new hairstyle? How about a new look? Listen to new music? Can you go for a period of time where you're not on your phone? All these small little things that you can do to try to start to bring in new inspiration, new ideas. I constantly listen to audiobooks, podcasts, masterminds, all these sort of things to really just, be interested, to learn new things constantly. So I really want to encourage you to have a look at that as well. And I will just say that if you could keep me posted on the fertility thing, and if you're not wanting that, just take precautions. Okay. Hope that's helpful for you. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Awesome. Okay, Lee, I'll pull a card for you. Interesting profile photo. Okay, let's see what we got for you. You're welcome, Kaylee. Thank you. I do find Ricky Gervais to be very funny. I will say that. I just dropped these cards. It's because I don't think they're the right cards for you. But let me just see. Sorry. I was trying to pick them up. They're stuck on the ground. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Got them. Oh, thanks, Candace. Okay, Lee. Let me see what I got for you here. I feel like I want to talk about a black lab as well. Black lab dog, Labrador, a black one. So I don't know if you had one or if you're getting one or if you have one, but I feel like there's a significance here with this dog. So it could be that, maybe there's a power animal that wants to work with you. Dogs are really quite friendly. They're really like man's best friend. They're really loyal. I'd be interested to know whether or not you grew up with that kind of dog. I definitely see it as a Labrador for me, but it's a medium to large size dog, black dog. And then pull a card for you. Sorry. Thank you for everybody for all your comments. Just under 30 people watching across all our platforms as well. Okay, here. So okay. Do I choose? Okay, so at the moment, your current card is all about the unexpected here, okay? So we've got the unexpected card. So this is a lot about, I feel that there's things coming at you right now that you weren't really planning on. It could be new opportunities, it could be new endeavors, it could be that people are offering you maybe like a suggestion to do something or go somewhere new, or there's new friends, or there's something like that. There's something new that's really presenting itself to you. Okay, maybe something that you hadn't planned on is happening. Maybe there's something that that you're looking forward to, and there's going to be some kind of a shift or some kind of a change. So I want you to pay attention to the unexpected. However, the unexpected isn't a negative thing. In fact, it's very exciting. I like to use or remind people that rejection is God's protection. Okay, when we think about things and we want things to go a certain way, when they don't work out, when the unexpected happens, or when something happens that we weren't really planning on, very often it's because God, source, creator, energy, however you want to call it, has something better in plan for us. So it's about looking for the opportunity within the unexpected. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, because I'm getting this resilient card for you, I could feel that the unexpected is something that may be slightly challenging for you. I want you to remember how resilient and strong you are. I want you to remember that, you have gone through stuff before, you've gone through difficult times before, and that you were able to rise above. So I want you to remember that you can do this. Now, the other thing too that's really important is I feel like you're carrying a lot of baggage, and this is really represented here, right here. It's important that I want you to start to look at all the things that you're carrying with you. I want you to look at decluttering your house, declutter your friends, declutter your old mindsets, all these kind of things. Start to take an inventory of whether or not the things and the way that you're living are the things that you want to take into the future, because we have a new beginning coming up. We've got a new moon coming up. We've got beginnings. We've got an opportunity here for you to walk into something new, but you have to create the space for it. When we want something new to happen and we're like, oh, nothing's happening, I'm not doing anything different, I haven't changed anything, I got a closed off attitude, I keep having all the stuff that's broken in my house and everything from 25 years ago. It's like, well, what do you expect to happen? I often tell people, if you clean out the closet, you got to get new clothes. Hello. So it's like starting to get rid of the things that no longer serve you so you can make room for this new beginning to come in. Now, the other thing that they want to talk about here is this will. So it's about your willpower. I often see people who want to make changes, but they forget that they're the ones that have to make the change. So start to think about who you want to become, and then start to implement some of these habits to take you there. I like to talk about the idea of acting as if you are already that person, acting as if you already have that job, acting as if you're already in that relationship, acting as if you're already showing up in the world like your dream version self. And when you can do that, that's going to be so important, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be showing up right now as the person you want to be, and then you're going to transform into that person. So I want you to declutter. I want you to get rid of anything that's no longer serving you, anything that doesn't feel good. When the unexpected arises, or if it's already here, I want you to remember how resilient you are. I want you to get ready for the new beginnings, and I want to use your willpower to make all of your dreams come alive. Okay? And I see you grew up with a Doberman and a Rottweiler, Lily, beautiful female dog. Okay, well, that makes sense. That it was because I was like hesitating on the lab, and I thought, well, she looks like a lab to me, so I'm just going to say that. But yeah, very good. She's here. She is with you in spirit. I love that. That actually makes me really emotional. Okay. Thank you, Lee, and thank you for sharing your puppy with me as well. Bye, darling. Okay, thank you. Awesome. I think I have time for maybe one or two more. Let me see how I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. What's that song? That's my weakness. Yeah, my weakness. Chilling. Minding my business. Yeah. Judy. All right. Judy. Oh, sorry. All right. Judy. All right. Judy, I'm going to make a little reading for you. Now I got that shoop bedoo in my head. And I know if you know that song, you probably have it in your head as well. Okay, Judy, let me see what I got for you here. I actually can't use this deck with you, apparently. It just doesn't feel right. So, of course, I have to choose a completely new deck. Who knows? Salt and pepper. Yeah. I want to shoot, baby. Okay, Judy, I'm focusing on you now. It's just when you keep the energy up and I can keep myself like this, like in a good mood, then it's actually good because I do better readings. So you got to just bear with me at the moment while I just rock out. Thank you, Carrie. I know you know where I'm at. Love it. Margaret Jackson. Love it. All right, here we go. Here I go. I said, what's my weakness? Okay, I'm stopping. It's probably going to get annoying. Okay. I'm just feeling into your energy too, Judy. I feel like there's something about the air quality in your home right now. It feels stuffy to me. So I'm wondering, yeah, I get that. So they're asking you to see if you can move around the furniture. Can you move around the furniture, please? Can you open up the windows? Can you make way for the old? I feel like we need to like wash the blankets and things like that for some reason. It's as though I'm connecting with, sorry, Rena just distracted me. Okay, I'm back. So it's as though I'm like getting stuffy. The air is stuffy. So it's like I want you to open up all the windows. I want to create a little bit of an airflow, okay? If you like to work with the plant sage, I want you to get some sage. I want you to clean the space. I want you to do a little bit of a decluttering, okay? Get rid of anything that doesn't feel good. Get rid of anything that's kind of adding a little bit of stuffiness in your space, okay? Can you please do that? Honestly, Rena, I don't know what the lyrics are. I forget. So I just go, what's my weakness? I think it's, what's my weakness? Yeah, my weakness. Chilling, minding my business. But maybe you're right. It is men's my weakness. I can't remember. I'll have to Google the lyrics, but I'll trust you on that. Okay, Judy, good. I'm glad you resonate with me on that. It's just when I was connecting with your energy, I was like, something's not right with the quality of air that I'm breathing. And when we don't have enough airflow in our space, what that does is it creates stagnant energy. And when we have stagnant energy, we feel lethargic. Things aren't moving as quickly as we want. We don't have room for inspiration to enter. I just really feel like if you could move the furniture around, reconfigure, do some stuff like that, make it fun, have some great music on, Salt and Pepper. If you want to listen to that song, that would be good. You know, if you want to put anything like that, that's going to make you feel excited and happy, and not look at it as a chore, look at it as an opportunity to kind of reinvent your space. I love your reading. So good. This is such a beautiful reading for you, my girl. Okay, number one, they're talking about the roots of abundance. So it's really a lot about you paying attention to all the abundance that you currently have, okay? I really feel like you've been working really hard. I really feel like you're putting in a lot of energy, and you're really a grounded person. I just feel like you have such a beautiful heart, and you're giving a lot all the time. I really want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay. So continue to root down. You know, I don't feel like there's a lot going on in here. I mean, there is, but I mean, like not an overwhelming amount. Like some people, you know, I feel like my head's going to explode. For you, it just feels like you're grounded, like you know what you're doing. I just think that you're also really interested in, you know, looking at new ideas. And I really want you to start to explore that. So continue to remain grounded while you start to explore and check out different opportunities. Now, one of the things that they are talking about is the quieting of the mind. I don't feel like your head is that busy. So it could be that you're already starting meditation. Maybe you're doing some yoga. Maybe you are doing some centering. And so it's a lot about you taking that time out to really go, okay, what is it that's important to me? What do I want to reflect on? What are the things I want to attract? And really just remembering that when you're grounded and you can take the time to be where you are now, you're going to continue to attract the kind of life that you want even more. One of the things that they are talking about, this is in the future position. So this could be you stepping into it, but it's a great big love. So I'm not sure if you're in a relationship or if you are wanting to be in a relationship, but I feel like there's a really big strengthening here with this love card. I really feel like there's an opportunity for you to step into even greater love within your current situation. It could also be a greater love with like somebody that you know, or maybe getting into a relationship with. It could also be a greater love with you connecting with yourself. Okay. I feel like, you know, at the moment, moment that you're really kind of taking care of yourself. You're taking inventory. I feel like the house stuff is going to be kind of the next stage for you, and then really moving into this great big love. One of the things that I realized is that the heart is the gateway, is the portal to it all. So if you can continue to grow in love for yourself, other people are going to feel that love. They're going to give that to you. If you can give that to them, it's such a beautiful exchange. I just feel like you'll be living in this gorgeous rose-colored glasses world, which you so rightfully deserve. And then finally, this is all about the royal you. This is the anchoring card. This is really talking a lot about how, you are so valuable and so important, and you're good enough. And this is just really you showing up for yourself, you taking care of yourself, you treating yourself like the queen that you are, you looking at yourself with the kind of eyes that the people who love you look at you with. I want you to, okay, this is your homework, because I'm over time and I gotta go, but this is your homework. I want you to look up Louise Hay mirror work. Okay, can you please look up mirror work, Louise Hay? And she's also got an amazing book, which I read. I have it on the shelf here as well. I think it's You Can Heal Your Life, Louise Hay. She's got so many, but she's a lot about reestablishing your connection with yourself, okay, growing in love for yourself. And you start that by doing mirror work, which is a lot about you looking into your own eyes and seeing how beautiful your heart is. And I just want you to take some time, and you at home listening still, I want you to take some time every day to get to know yourself a little bit more, to look into your own eyes and to see how beautiful your heart is, to talk to yourself nicely, to treat yourself with compassion, and to just remember that you're doing the best you can, and you completely deserve that. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful for you, Judy. I want to thank everybody so much for being here on the show today. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following the Afterlight Institute. Thank you for also checking out the Afterlight podcast, which is my podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday. I put a link to a previous episode there in the show. And I want to thank you so much for spending the time with me today. All your questions, all your comments. I'm sorry if I didn't get to you, but I hope you did find value in the people that I was able to read for. So I'm going to send you a lot of love, and I'm going to see you next week. I'll be here Monday, same time on my own, and next week with my sister, Elsea Lake, right here. I'll talk to you soon, and wishing you the best. Bye.
This episode has been brought to you by the Afterlight Institute. The Afterlight Institute is a community of teachers and students seeking to expand their spiritual gifts and their inner wisdom on the road to illuminating their forgotten selves. Offering online courses, in-person retreats, live events, online expositions, and more, the Afterlight Institute is a safe and inclusive space for all. To learn more, head to theafterlightinstitute.com.